Hi, it's Arthur here. AI changed my life. As an entrepreneur, I can see a lot of benefits that I gained through it. So today I want to share with you guys what was my journey with AI. So it all began with my first course on Udemy because before that, in 2024, I was analyzing my life and understood that the best investment in myself was going to trainings, reading books, and going to the courses, like improving myself, improving my skill set of things that I do and I know. So the first thing I did, I bought a Udemy course. It cost me only €9, and it took me 3 months to finish the course. So these are the guys you can see on the slide that I bought the course. They're actually updating on a regular basis and pretty much covers all the most popular AIs there. So at first I just started using ChatGPT, trying to understand what kind of prompts I can use, and immediately it saved my time because back then I was involved in one project and I was making a lot of preparation for the events, and a lot of brainstorm needs to be done. So it's really helped me to prompt to write like who's speaking, how speaking, what's the task, and etc. etc. So I used it on a daily basis. So I prompted, I put all the information I know about myself, I put all the information that I want to know, I cited all my mentors, all the information that I'm looking for, my blind spots, and then I really made my personal chat GPT. I bought the €20 version, like the upgraded version, and really helped me a lot. Then I went to Ty Lopez Mastermind, and after hearing him and a lot of other guys using this Perplexity and Claude and different AI tools from different entrepreneurial journeys and perspective, I understood I'm a farmer. Like I went back home, I understood I know nothing, and that started my next quantum leap in my understanding of how AI works. Then we implemented in Oferta Finance, a brokerage company. So first we implemented, the GPT systems to look up the information, like internal Q&A. Then we implemented, the sales for the guys, and then for the customer financial analysis, and then we're like using it a lot now. So the uncomfortable truth about is that we don't want to change because we feel too good where we are. And since the history repeats itself, it's normal, for us to repel that information, to think that it's not about us. It's something strange. Everyone is talking about, therefore I need to, get back for it. So we continue for denying it, and it will just replace us. So if we are kind of thinking that it's not for us, and I think the main thing is that we are fear of being replaced. We're just being replaced by other people, by AIs, by people smarter by us, and because of that we just deny the new technology that's coming in our life. Well, for us, for the leaders, for entrepreneurs, there's a big shift coming in because for the histories and centuries, the kings were using personal assistants. They always had like for different perspective. The people who can afford nowadays, like millionaires, billionaires, CEOs, like executives, they can have personal assistants. They know what it is and how to use it, and they have money to spend on it. They know their mentality kind of helps them to understand the benefits of it. And then what's left for the other people? Other people, we don't have a context of personal assistant. And I think this is reason number one why we are not seeing GPTs as a personal assistant. Majority of people still think it's kind of Google stuff, just search stuff. And the second, that it costs not much. You can actually use a free version and have a lot of value from it. If you want, you can upgrade to like €20, whatever it costs. It still is not very much. And you get like a really personal system for a specific topic. You can have, for your biohacking, for health. You can have for the sports. Of course, it's not, it not be the same as working with a real like coach, but still, you have a personal coach there. You can have a personal, marketing guy, the sales guy, the financial guy. You can have a lot of assistants, and because of cheap and because we don't have a context, I think this is why we are missing the point, and we as leaders are struggling to see the benefit and usage of it. Because of that, people that are following us also not looking into us, because as for the leaders, it is our responsibility to to show others what the benefits the technology is bringing. And since we're not using that for us, we cannot expect for the team to using that. So when we started implementing in our company, in brokerage company, there was a lot of resistance out there. So people are saying, I don't know how to do. Yeah, I've heard for many years that it's a good thing, but I'm not using it, etc., etc. So it takes time and preparation, and there's a resistance, but then there's trial value, and then the integration in daily life. So as a leaders, I think the AI is our best friend or worst enemy, depends on the context and how good questions we can frame, because the quality of the answers of the AI depends on the quality of the questions. So if you don't know how to ask proper questions, you will get not proper answers. And it's like a mirror. It's like weak requests, weak results, weak goals, weak results. If your goal is very small, you get, the information for the small goal. This is why they say you need to have a big goals, and then you have a big energy to achieve those goals. So AI reflects our kind of information clarity gap. And also remember that LLMs, they're built to flatter us with very good answers. So at the end, it's built to say something good about you. So how to reverse engineer it? Well, you just prompt your GPT to say, criticize yourself at the end. Give them the blind spots. For example, Oscar Hartman, my mentor, he was doing that. Ty Lopez was doing that. They're saying all the same. You just put all the information you know about yourself in ChatGPT, in audio or text format, and ask to provide 100 blind spots about yourself. And you'll be actually kind of, you'll be amazed about things you might have known or might have not thought about yourself. Just do that and drop me in the comments, how was it? I think AI is a new skill for the leadership for next generations to come. It's about the literacy, how to prompt, how to verify the answers, how to integrate, because it's a big problem also for me. Since I have a 15-year experience in funding and lending and fintech and entrepreneurship, I can double check the result that the GPT and AI is giving me. Since from day one I was starting my career in Ernst Young, I received a lot of feedback, how to make presentations, how to make numbers, roundings, how to adjust the quality, how to adjust the colors, the fonts, the fronts. So because of that, I know what the good copy looks like, how the good visualization looks like, how the good balance sheet looks like. I have a reference. But if I wouldn't have that, be dead end, because AI can generate different stuff. For example, this picture actually generated with AI, you can see 4 fingers. So if you don't know that the human being needs to have 5 fingers, you'll be misunderstood by this. So it's a discipline, and I think it's our responsibility to learn this discipline. This is AI literacy. The second critical skill is a critical thinking. We need to improve ourselves, because without the judgment, we are unable to understand how AI can help us and whether AI gives very good results. And third, we need to teach our teams the AI discipline. I think it should be on the agenda of every company, of every leader out there. What about the future? Again, how would you separate the AI from reality? I don't know. There are some checkups, some startup companies that are helping, to see if it's deep fake or not, to see if this image is generated or not. But at the end of the day, what's the catch? What's the problem? I mean, what's the difference? So I like this picture. I generated with Leonardo AI this picture. I have a GPT that generates prompt for Leonardo, and then I have another GPT that goes from my information from internet and generates the prompt for Leonardo to generate this picture. Actually, I might add another AIs that can streamline the process, and then I can have another AI that double checks the quality of the result. And for that, in real life, I would need to spend thousands of euros and dollars to hire people that are experts on that. But if AI can do that, who cares? The same for the accounting. We're paying money. Every entrepreneur is paying money for accounting companies. If AI can do that job at the same level or even better, why do you care? Why do you need to pay thousands if you can pay 20 euro per month for automated AI accounting system? Then the question is, who be displaced, where these people go? Who cares? I'm a businessman. So if a person cannot find himself, has now skills available necessary for the market, I mean, who cares? I see those people sending CVs and resumes. So when a girl comes to interview for me, for example, as a side note of this topic, and asks me, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna work here, etc., or I'm mentoring someone in university, and then I ask, okay, to how many companies did you send your CV? And then they're like, five, six. I say, good luck. Just pure math and statistics, well, you need to send to hundreds in order to get like 10, 15, invitations for very good job employment. And then you have three offers and then you choose one of the three. So that's why I'm not that much concerned about, displaced jobs. Let governments do that. Let some social responsibility, bodies do that, associations. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested, okay, how we can increase the output versus the input. And at the end of the day, I mean, those people, they don't grind that much. So if they have displaced job, you go, you learn new skills, then you apply, and then you go for a new job. Okay, so for the closing message, what I want to say is that, it's okay that we fear things. It's natural to fear something, but it's dangerous for us because it blocks our development. I mean, it really blocks the new skill set stacking that we might have and the achievements that we might achieve as people, as human beings, as entrepreneurs to develop even better products and services for the society. And I see AI as a leverage, not a threat. It's like money. This is always I talk about in my channels. The value I give to entrepreneurs is that debt is very good leverage for a company if you can really use it. Because you have the money in your balance sheet, and if the cost of capital is cheaper than the returns you generate, I mean, it's a no-brainer. If you can manage that, you have a leverage to grow a company. Look, all the big companies, they all have debt. They all borrow money and then invest it, and then they increase return on equity. The same here. AI can increase return on your time. It can increase return on your skills. It can increase your return on your equity and your knowledge. So I think it's not a threat. It's a threat for those who don't understand how to use it, quite frankly. And again, ignoring AI is like ignoring, the industrial revolution, the internet, the mobile phones. It's just, it's a human brain to ignore new things because we kind of want to be distracted from that. But again, survives the strongest. And leaders who embed AI now, I think it's an edge for 3, 5 years. So in 5 years' time, we'll see it's like a skill set. It's like stacking up. So if on a daily basis you might use AI and then add another AIs, I think in 5 years' time it will be way more ahead than other your friends or competitors that are doing. So I want to end with a few questions for you. First, what kind of AIs are you using? You can write that in comment. Second, what's your biggest fear? What's your biggest challenge with AI? And third, how do you see the world with AI? What's your thoughts about that? Okay, thanks very much. My name is Geisari. I'm an entrepreneur and capital raiser. So I'd like to thank you for watching this. And if you like my content, subscribe, put likes, and you can check my LinkedIn and Instagram and my webpage to see what I'm doing. What I'm doing, my mission is to help entrepreneurs around the world to leverage their company to grow by using leverage of the debt financing. So I'm an expert in debt financing. I know how to raise money from the banks. And I see that a lot of entrepreneurs are failing on understanding what it is, how to use that. So I'm helping them on a worldwide basis, international. So if your company has million plus revenue and you're growing and you want to grow more, but you don't have that much time on understanding how to leverage the debt, just drop me a comment, drop me a message, and I'll reply. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.